Hey, is this Alex? Thanks for stopping by the Alexandrian Codex. We are still playing EU4. We are still Tuscany. It's going pretty well. I say pretty well. In our last session, we kicked the butt of the Papal State, Spain, and Austria all at the same time. Butts, I guess, not singular. Oh, and Great Britain was in that too, though they mostly got ignored. Yeah, TSAR, Tsar. Tsar and Caesar are the same word, or same root word, right? Yeah. Ah, it's amazing. I mean, Rome was a while ago, right? A couple thousand years. But it's pretty amazing how much language can just drift in that relatively, historically speaking, relatively short period of time. We don't need more army professionalism, but I don't want to lose any. Oh god, I did not look at how much manpower that was. Alright, not going to war anytime soon. Alright, you should be drilling, you should be drilling. I should have a diplomat on our allies, meaning France is my only real ally. Have some claims here. Let's just boost by network. This is goal. Milan is allied to Austria, which has just been a classic problem you get as an Italian state is... I said Austria, I meant France. France playing favorites. But they're also stupidly allied with Naples, so when we go for Naples, we'll get Milan as part of the deal. Now I think I'm gonna stream for about another hour, give or take, so it'll be 3.5 hours total. Colony Limpopo. That's a fun name. Let's see. Let's just harsh treatment. Our yeah, our absolutism must be doing fairly well. Let's see. Why do I not have royal marriages? I do. Why do I have no heir and no consort? A little terrifying. So this is all colonized. What on earth do I want? Spain is taking Australia. You can have it. I really don't care for anything in here. Like, getting the trade in East Asia is kind of nice, but so long as you control the Ivory Coast, or for me, so long as you control Sevilla, you are rolling in it. And I know I could push it more to get more money, but I don't need to. I think that's a fault of mine when it comes to world conquest attitudes in particular. I'm like, yeah, I could take it over, but like, nah. Pretty happy with what I got, so I'm gonna take Hawaii. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun, taking California. Because no one has started in California yet. That one. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. Probably most of this last hour is just gonna be me sitting around getting manpower, wanting to go to war. Yeah. Oh, integration of local militias hurts manpower? Hold on, let me take a look at the modifier. It would be in here, wouldn't it? Integration, local militia. There it is. That's in effect for another 9 years. Alaska? Yeah, Alaska could be nice to take. So long as Russia doesn't get to it first. Yeah, historically, Russia did colonize Alaska, or at least lay claim to it. It's weird that that doesn't happen more often in EU4. Yeah. That's a very good point, Atlas. Ah, well, you said I should conquer the Suez before the Ottomans do. I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that idea. Scroll down here, they're already at war. Okay, so if they don't take Suez here, I can... We don't have imperialism as a CB yet, as a Casus Belli yet, but that'll go on the priority list. Because even just for roleplay reasons, Suez is nice to get. I would have mothballed these forts. I mean, we have so much money, it doesn't matter if I do or don't at this point. But, yeah. Here's that. You have a manufactory? Yep. You have a manufactory. You have a manufactory. You have a manufactory? Yep. Belarus, do you? Yeah, okay. Messina. Messina can really have this? Messina, Syracuse? Oh, you already had it, that's why. Now let's go... Now I want one there. I realize all this development that I'm doing right now is pretty completely unnecessary. Because it just is. But, yeah. We're already rolling in enough money. Building buildings to get more money just probably at this point isn't worth it as much. Oh, well. So, I'm not gonna get this till 30, and I'm not in range to get it anyway. Restricted? No. No, I care not about Zapotec. Tiny Zapotec. Even if I told them not to expand, they took all of this by themselves. I didn't colonize a single territory or claim a single territory in here for Greater Arowana. They've just decided they wanted it for themselves, and they've been going for it. Yeah, the cows are a new trade good. The Cradle of Civilization DLC added some new trade goods. Let's see if I can remember what they are. So cattle, like you were seeing, are one. They're basically just grain. Supply limit modifier. What does grain do? Land forest limit. So they're basically just a slightly different grain. We have paper, which reduces state maintenance cost, which is nice. Paper is pretty valuable early game, I think. It's still pretty valuable right now. No, it isn't. Yeah, it used to be a lot more valuable. Glass, or... See, it's called glass, but the events that interact with glass keep calling it crystal for some reason. I don't know what the hell is up with that. It's been pretty confusing. But glass is a new one. Oh, I'm forgetting something. U4, Cradle of Civilization. What am I forgetting? Cradle of Civilization expansion. Oh no, I meant to go to the wiki, not the forums. Wiki. Features. Livestock incense. Yeah, I haven't seen any incense. Gems. Gems are new too. Gems are very similar to gold. Oh, I know they're gems. Here's gems. I don't have any. So gems, tax modifier, that's nice. Incense. Trade modifier. So they're not very balance breaking, but they are cool. Yeah, there was way too much grain in the game before, so I'm glad there's cows now. It's not the most exciting thing, but you're definitely right. There was way too much grain. Even now, I feel like there might be... I don't know. Let's take a look at this. Trade goods, click on grain. How bad is this? That's not actually that terrible. It used to be like half of this would be grain. That's not really a breadbasket, but okay. It'd be nice if grain were restricted to regions that were traditional breadbaskets. This could all produce grain. Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be that if you would get grain, it would just be like, well, crap. Okay, I have this thing I don't really want. Let's see, Colonial California starts goes in here as well. So first thing I want is natives are on it. It's this because it has a coastal center of trade. Chinook still might be worthwhile. Now let's just start at the south and work our way up. Chumash. Oh, okay, good. Combat width is up to 36 now. 2. I'm just gonna down here. 1, 2. 2 are gonna merge with that. You need 1, 2 more. Delete you. And I love that you get manpower back if you have a certain army professionalism. Let's see, where is it? May refill garrison. This is amazing that when you disband an army, you get manpower back. This didn't used to be a thing, and it used to be a huge mistake if you accidentally deleted troops, because they wouldn't go back into your manpower pool. The people would just disappear. It's a very nice quality of life mod. Yeah! No. I want offensive ideas. Economic is nice. Trade is kind of unnecessary at this point. I mean, it would be nice. I'm gonna go after economic just because of the weapon quality standards. Policy? Yeah, policy you can enact. Look at our current policies. Nope. Not crazy about any of these. Yeah, Russia now relies on its Siberian frontier. See how it automatically discovers adjacent colony or territories adjacent to a colony when it's built, and they mostly just stick to this. So once they're out of adjacency, they can't take Alaska. Man, was it EU3 and early EU4 maybe, the way that you would colonize all of this, and it was held by, you know, the Golden Horde and other hordes at the time. To fight a horde, you would go in, occupy their territory. Wait, they picked exploration, I guess? Oh, they did. Well, they haven't gotten anything out of it. Maybe they do plan to go after Alaska. Good call, Mother Russia. We should definitely cut them off before they can do that. Although it would be kind of cool to see that. EU3, you used to have to, like, occupy an enemy's provinces. Are they losing another war? No, not yet. It just doesn't look good. You have to occupy the territory, then while occupied, you could send a colonist, and then you had to grow the colony while defending the colony from the person you were at war with. It was really interesting. I don't remember why it was cut for EU4. It was a lot of fun when it worked. It was also really frustrating when it didn't work. So far, I'm really liking Renero. I hate his skills, but alrighty. Can I build? Yes, please, God, yes. Give me manpower. And I'm out of money. The reason our income is so low, I mean 76 is not low. The reason it's so low is I'm doing this. I have a level 4, level 3. They're costing in total, I can do math, 70 plus 20, 90 ducats a month. That's actually pretty crazy if you do the math. I'm spending more on advisors than I'm getting in income. Well, net income. Valencia Court. Ah. No. How is this going? Nope, not well. Not well anymore. It's blowing my mind that Russia keeps getting beaten by states that it normally... Oh, Oceania. This is new. Or Transoxiana is new. I didn't realize that was his name for this region until reading about conflict between the Tang Dynasty and the Abbasids in here. Pretty cool. Didn't even realize the Tang Dynasty made it that far. It was, ooh, God. Alright, yeah, let's just take the inflation. How bad is my inflation? Not bad. Not great, but not bad. I think my colonial state should be able to cut everything out in here. I could help them, but I'm more interested in California. California is worth quite a lot in terms of development. Oh, Austrians. Nope. Nope. Why are the Austrians bad? Yeah. I forgot that we were doing that. No, do not turn it into a state. I'm not interested in these becoming states. There we go. I thought that notification was about this finishing colonization. We go back over here, grab Selenium. Kazakh just took more territory from Russia. Russia seems to be on the decline, which is very strange because they, for a long time, were pretty much unopposed over here, and even now, no one's actively opposing them. They just keep starting stupid wars that they can't win. Which, I think Atlas was talking about earlier with Ming, that they kept on doing stupid stuff with Ming in past updates. That's fine. Doesn't directly affect me at all. Ottomans are fighting against Bosnia? Leaves Lithuania, Scotland, Poland, and Sweden. Oh yeah, this is a thing. You might not have noticed. Poland has Sweden in a personal union. It's mildly terrifying. I didn't even realize that, and I've been at war with Poland twice since that personal union started, but Sweden just never made its troops down, or got its troops down. So this might be beginning of the end for the Ottomans, if they're not careful. Be crazy. Let's build fort here. Now, I don't really plan to expand too much in here, but I'm putting forts here anyway, just so that if they fall in a war, I don't have to come all the way down here to retake them. That doesn't actually make sense, does it? No. For some reason, I was thinking the level 2 forts would be enough, but they wouldn't be if, say, Portugal went on the warpath. Scotland, yeah. Scotland is, not in Scotland. Scotland is, you know, in New Scotland over here. They were the first to circumnavigate the planet, even though they don't have... Circumnavigate the globe, I should say, even though they don't have any colonies anywhere else. Brave Scottish soldiers, or sailors, were the first to go around the oceans. It doesn't make sense to me either. They snuck up on me. I didn't even know they had colonies. Ooh. Our spy network in Naples has gotten quite big, but, right, can't claim it. Oh, we're at 73. That's, you know, that's halfway there. What is our mission? Remove Milan from the map. Oh, that mission's been waiting for a while. I think I'm pretty okay with going to war with Naples now. Because you're going to pull in Provence, who I don't care about, and you, who I don't care about. So, cancel army drilling. Cancel army drilling and transport. It's going to take a minute. I wonder where the Enlightenment will spawn. So to get the Enlightenment... Do I hover over this? I hover over this. There we go. Needs to be connected to the capital. Scotland is definitely in exile. Yeah. You need... Ooh, ruler have an admin skill, military skill, and diplo skill 5 each. Oh, wow. So you need a university, you need a decently developed capital. Of course, this late in the game, 20 is not that well developed. So I definitely can't do it. Oh, what was this? 45. Nope. Not gonna do the disinherit thing. Not worth it. This is gonna take a while. That's okay. We have a claim on Albino, claim on Ancona, so it's gonna be 30. Okay, cool. Let's just take that back. Let's go to war over Calabria. That place. I need maybe. Keep that straight open. There we go. And that is Milan dealt with. Provence will not be an issue. Cool. Excellent. Stack wiping. Yeah, I had never seen Scotland in exile before. I've seen Scottish attempts to make it happen, but I've never seen it successfully pulled off. Normally, I've seen England swoop in, or, you know, the United Kingdom at this point, sweep in, or Great Britain, whatever, swoop in and take them out. Pretty cool. I mean, they're not really doing much, but it's still a neat idea. Okay. Nope, need that sweet admin point, because I am going to be coring some stuff soon. I don't want any of these. That one, I guess. Let's see. Military deck? That's way ahead of time. Oh, hey, it's not a part of the war goal. I do not care. There is finally North Italy finally being all mine. Took a while, but we got there. I'm gonna go take this. I don't really want it, but I'm gonna try and force Provence out of the war. I mean, I want it in the long term, and it's getting towards the long term. We're halfway through the game right now. A little over halfway through the game. There's Hawaii. Is California? Yep. Louisiana. Go smash them. Yeah, the Ottomans' new units should be helping out a lot, but as you're seeing, they're really not doing well. I can't imagine why. They have offensive. Well, they really don't have many military ideas. So that's probably part of it. I don't know if Poland has always been this good, or if it was quiet buffs. I think they've always been this good, but like, found the foreign section gives them discipline +5, focus on field defense, morale of army +15, cavalry combat ability, cavalry to infantry ratio, infantry combat ability, national manpower modifier, That's crazy. Those are some very, very good military ideas. I, for some reason, have this impression that Poland used to be more of a pushover. But no, those are all kind of scary. Let's split this in half, have it there, let's go there so I can catch that navy. Not that I need to. Oh, really, Naples, you won out of this war that you're losing terribly. Imagine that. I might vassalize them, actually. Because I have way more Diplo points to spare than I do admin. And I'm currently investing in admin ideas. Speaking of, I was going to say I should switch that over if I can. Can't yet. Oh. I'm really surprised that the Papal State didn't give them military access. Let's see here. What do I want? Well, I want you out of the war. Done. Two for peace. Take that. Yeah, people wouldn't be happy. Force you to be a vassal. No, force you to take my religion? Yeah, sure. I don't actually care, but prestige is nice. Ottomans didn't take the Crimea event. Crimea said that they didn't need the Ottomans involved, so they were independent for a long time. They ended up getting annexed by Russia, then Russia lost the war against the Ottomans, so the Ottomans moved in and took it anyway. So, eventually they got it, but I'm just amazed by this, that Genoa is still here. They're not even allied to anyone, but they are still here. I don't get it. They've been exiled from mainland since a very, very long time ago. Let's look at the province history. Annexed by Tuscany in 1560? 120 years ago? For 120 years, Genoa has persevered as a Circassian state in Greater Georgia. What is this state? Circassia? Oh, okay, Circassia. I don't have 100% because I don't have Malta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can take everything. How much would it cost to... do it that way. Excellent. Oh, that's so nice. Nice and blue. Just one blob left to take care of in Italy. And cleaning up here. Yeah. And we can start focusing on eating up Genoa. And that's really it for the rest of the campaign, because that means I'm gonna have to turn on France, we're gonna have to clean up Spain. I might do some weird stuff after that, but going pretty nicely. Who are my rivals? You, and you. Oh, that's fair. Neapolitan separatists occupied Malta. What? Ah, they had troops in Malta. I should have seen that coming. Right, you, and you form a new fleet. Here, get 20 troops. I don't care what kind. Tech trade in Sevilla. Go home at war. Yeah, I've seen the Ottomans jump into Russia a lot when they get access, at least, or when they get a chance to. I'm just surprised that I haven't seen the Ottomans really expand much down here. I mean, they're finally here in 1680, but normally in the last patch, 1680, the Ottomans would be in Tunisia and, you know, down to Ethiopia. In this, they turn into the sick man of Europe very early on. It's a little sad, because this is supposed to be like the height of the Ottoman Empire, isn't it? 1650, 1660? Ottoman Empire. I mean, it lasted until 1920. I'm talking about like military borders. Oh, yeah. 1683 was the furthest extent of the Ottoman Empire. Like, in our history, by now, the Ottomans were here, had all of this, had all of this, had a little more in here, but this is pretty much accurate, had this, yeah. The Ottomans are not doing as well as they could be, and have been. Go back over here. So, next war. You know, immediately after getting peace, you start plotting the next war. Next war is definitely against the Papal State again. They're what I want next. After that, probably Austria, so I can get this land bridge, and then Venice. Venice isn't difficult at all. I just want to take them out one fell swoop. Let's see. Harsh treatment cost reduction sounds nice. Can't boost legitimacy, so I'm just going to use these military points to... Who owns Crete? I think Crete's independent. I think that's my fault. I demanded that they be let go. While ago. One of the earliest wars with Venice. Next by Venice in 1444. Stop being... liberated, annexed by Crete, October of 1584. So almost 100 years ago, I liberated Crete. And then I just ignored it for the next 100 years. It'd make a nice vassal. I'm surprised, again, the Ottomans or the Mamluks haven't gone after them, because the Mamluks did take Cyprus. Which is unusual. I'm used to seeing these islands just sit ignored for a long time. The Ottomans, to their credit, did take Rhodes, so they did take out the Knights. The Knights occupied most of this in that war. It was pretty surprising to see them do so well. I don't think any changes have been made to the Knights in this this DLC. I can't imagine that any changes have been made. But maybe. 45, 46, 40... Yeah, it's good enough for now. Turn this into a city. You got it. Oh, they could have done it by vassalizing. Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably how they did it. That's a very good point. I don't like any of these. Nope. I think Diplo idea or Diplo advisors are probably some of my least favorite in the game. This guy's pretty alright most of the time. I'm typically rocking the diplomatic reputation guide because that's one of the only ways you can better your reputation in the game. But generally, it's not something that's that exciting. Like, national unrest is amazing, and like morale of armies or discipline or whatever. It's awesome. It looks like the Ottomans might be pushing back a little bit, but with a minus 54, I don't think the AI can pull back from this very much. And they are occupying a lot of Lithuania. What's probably happening is their armies are up here, and the Polish armies are down here, and they're just not fighting each other. Why don't we take a look at force limits? As we can see, the Ottomans have a ton of manpower. So they're losing this war. They have 66 mercenaries, but they have a ton of manpower. They should be able to bounce back. Have I played Victoria 2? Yeah, I really like Victoria 2. I'm actually thinking if this gets to 1820 that I might export it to Vicky 2. Yeah, the Mamluks did become a lot stronger with this patch, though they... Well, I was about to say they're not showing it, but this is really cool, seeing them actually go into, what's now Sudan and Ethiopia. What do I call this region? I guess the Horn of Africa. Yeah, that's a fair name for it. Huh. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Ottomans aren't kicking ass considering this manpower. Like, Poland's out, Lithuania's out, so you might be right, Mother Russia. They might be making a resurgence here. Because they're all out of dudes. Petition for redress. Florence. Oh. Well, I'm committing a cardinal sin right now. I'm not drilling, which is a mistake. It's really hard to remember to do. Can I afford another general? Yeah. Drill. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Victoria 2 is really, really good. I don't know if it's a better game than EU4. EU4 is a lot easier and feels more flexible and feels a lot more up to date. But Victoria's 2 economic system is just beautiful. And the subtle ways that you can manipulate your population to like try to go towards a socialist state or a fascist state, or like keep the monarchy for hundreds of years, and like that struggle is a lot more immersive and a lot more fun than just like how government and politics are handled in EU4. Like, I'm a kingdom. It's been 100-something years of being a kingdom. And yeah, the political crises between states, like over like disputed regions and the ability of minor states to spark off world wars, that's so much fun. The diplomatic system in EU4 is pretty good, but Vicky 2 is really good, and it's a shame that they're not making Victoria 3. I know it's a meme, but seriously, they should. I would be so happy to buy that. But I think Victoria 2 was one of the least popular Paradox titles, just because of how complicated it is. COE? COE. Do I play COE? What does COE stand for? That looks like I should recognize it. Oh. I don't remember what that acronym is for. And Googling is not helping at all. Seems like we're going to be waiting on Victoria 3 for a long time. Paradox does not want to release another one, or at least that's the joke. I keep infiltrating people I'm nowhere near, like Kiowa. Why on earth did I infiltrate Kiowa? Wait a minute, I am near Kiowa. Concert of Europe, I've heard of this. Yeah, Victoria 2 mod? Yeah, I wanted to try this and I'd forgotten about it. It's a mod for Victoria 2. Main features include earlier start date, the day the Treaty of Paris was signed, revamped Casus Belli, revamped pop migration, new cultures, events. Yeah. Thank you for that reminder. You go into my bookmarks. I'm definitely gonna look into that later. I was looking at Victoria 2 mods as a way to get back into it, and I've heard a couple, but yeah, Concert of Europe I haven't heard of in a while. Excellent recommendation. Thanks, dude. I feel the same way about mods. Like Hearts of Iron, I have a really hard time not playing it vanilla anymore. Yeah, Hearts of Iron is a little bleak and boring in that it's just war. That's it. The diplomacy did not exist. The espionage is terrible. The population control and political control are non-existent. The mods like Kaiserreich. Kaiserreich does a pretty good job of making it feel more like a EU4 or a Vicky. Well, more like EU4, but they're still pretty out there. I'm hoping that the newer expansion, the Tiger expansion, oh, Hearts of Iron, or Tiger, what, not Tiger, Tank. Waking the Tiger, the new DLC, should be addressing that kinda, but I'm not super confident. Oh crap, I just told them I'd go to war. Oops. Gonna have some angry merchants in a couple of decades. So what? 140? Man, my manpower is crazy. It's because I keep on developing provinces. New tech? Nah. This, though. That's very nice. Yeah, Kaiserreich might have been the thing that made me get you for Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 4 is so much better than Hoi 3. Hearts of Iron 3 was basically like logistics simulator. It was... Ugh. But... France declared war on the Papal State? Purge of Papal heresy. Oh, I like this. I'm so glad France went Protestant. Yeah, Hearts of Iron 3 was maybe the worst in the series. Hearts of Iron 2 was my first Hearts of Iron game, and I loved it. But, Hoi 4 is pretty good. It's a lot better than Hoi 3, anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here for Rao to come back. I probably shouldn't have accepted that so quickly. Hello? Kikonja. Oh, well, no wonder I've never heard of it. It's probably been here. I've never played in this region, in the Great Lakes region. Well, this is the Great Lakes region of Africa. I've never played in here. Seems like it could be fun. I should be paying more attention. There's my fleet. There's my fleet. I'm gonna siege this, so I should hang out over there. Damn, France. That was really impressive. Yeah. There are alternative means of acquiring booty. You are correct. One thing I really like about Paradox, and the one thing that really got me into the Paradox fandom, if you want to call it that, was back when I was younger, and I did use to torrent stuff as a kid, but Paradox never had any content control on it. Like, they didn't try to, I forget what it's called, content protection, security in their programs, in their software to make it harder to pirate. Basically, the company's philosophy is, if you pirate it and you play our game, you'll figure out it's a good game. And, like, if somebody wants to pirate something badly enough, they'll find out a way to do it. So if people pirate our games and play our games and see their games are good, our games are good enough that people will pay for them because they'll want to support us. And for me, at least, that's absolutely true. They're such a damn nice company full of good people that I didn't want to pirate their stuff anymore. That was 10 years ago? I'm old. I'm so old. DRM, that's what I was thinking of. DRM. DRM stands for Digital rights management. Oh, that's such a ugly business term for it. Now, Paradox Titles Steam integration does have some baked-in DRM, but on the whole, their philosophy is pretty much the same as far as I can tell. I don't think they've talked about it in a while. Let's go bust that up. Now I am gonna go grab a drink because I'm dying a little bit. My throat's getting quite dry. So I will be right back in just a second. Hold on. Yeah, there's theories that DRM lowers game popularity and that people get around them anyway. Yeah, I definitely agree with both of those things. Electronic Arts, which is enjoying some much deserved heat right now, their DRM was one of the main reasons I quit buying their games and quit trying to play their games. It's just so aggressive, so needlessly aggressive. Let's see. Yeah, okay, my mic is picking up. I muted it, wanted to make sure I actually turned it back on. Thanks for waiting. Oh, sweet, sweet orange juice. Oh, crap. I should be spending these points on that, but not these. They can be spent here, though. Under 500. Under 500. Nope. There we go. Under 5. Nope. There we go. Under 500. Oh, I should back that. Oh, wow. That was my... Excuse you? Oh, right. I forgot that they had troops in Milan that I was going to take out. Oh, yeah. This should definitely be my last session for the night. I am getting increasingly spacey. Ah, that's a lot of troops. Do I do it? I don't think so. Let's maybe get some discipline. Holy shit. Fort defense guy. I desperately need this to fall, and quickly, so that I can get you up here. In the meantime, let's run you down to Romagna so I don't immediately get smashed. Oh, well, hey France, guess we're doing this, huh? Nope. Nope, okay. Oh, this is scary. France. This is a big war. Hold on, Papal State, Austria, Hungary, Spain, Poland. It's quite a fight for us, buddy. I mean, think this is winnable, but this is a really close war. A lot closer anyway than any war that I would have chosen. Dear God. It's a little terrifying. Yeah. I think that it's a waste of money developing DRM2 just because that time could be better spent developing the actual software. Almost World War? Yeah, it's very limited World War, but... Oh, well, you know, considering that this is going on too, there's no war in Africa, no war in Asia, so we're halfway to a World War. Got most of the continents in on this fight so far. Okay, you're gonna go up here. And this is going to be brutal. Slow down so I can actually watch this fight. Okay. 7 years war. This hopefully will not take 7 years, but it looks a lot like... Oh, they just gave up. Well, that was anticlimactic. You have troops coming here. I'm just gonna go over there to pop those as well. Well... Okay. I can't blame the AI for running out on that. It was the smart move to leave, but... I wanted murder. You'll go there, you'll go down here. Thank you, Brittany, for cleaning that up. Brittany. I pronounce Brittany, you know, Brittany over here, too much like Brittany, the name. Okay, France. Who's doing most of the lifting here? Yeah, me. Come back over here, I dare you. Make my day. I should probably expand my fleet a little bit, repair what I got. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 transports. And why not? 1, 2, 3, 4 more trade ships. Oh, this is tempting, actually. It's ahead of time, but it has shock, it has military tactics. Whatever, I'm taking it. I know I shouldn't, because it's ahead of time, and you should never take it ahead of time because your army, or your points are better spent on something else, but in the middle of a very big war, one that I would like to win. So, I don't feel bad about that. Come on, France. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Well, at least all of the Papal State has been occupied at this point. Who can we drive out of the war first? Austria is an obvious first target, just because they're right here. However, Austria would bleed into Hungary, would bleed into Poland, and... I mean, it's still probably the best way forward. Spain would be really easy to isolate and take out of the war, but I'd be so far away from my territories. So, yeah, I guess we go into Austria. Mother Russia saying one of their biggest problems with India is that it's never colonized, because by the time you get over here, the massive state is just way too hard to fight, or the massive states are too hard to fight. That's valid. Even if you have a really powerful nation, you get things like Hindustan here, which are, you know, quite powerful. And a few thousand or tens of thousands of European troops landing on their shores aren't going to bother them. Now, it used to be that was offset by the tech building slower in this part of the world, but ever since the institution system was introduced, at the end of the game, pretty much everybody's on the same tech level, which is kind of nice in some ways, but it's not very reflective of real history or the conditions that many of these states and nations found themselves in real history. I was gonna say immersive, but it's also not very immersive. Unless you're playing one of those states and you're making a concerted effort to keep them up to date or to get them up to date. I don't know. I'm surprised that North America's settlement hasn't been more active. South America is booming. England. Oh man, okay, this is pleasant to look at. Our vessels are actually doing well there. Not great there, but this is nice. So knocking Spain out of the war might actually be a good call. Yeah, so I'm gonna send this stack down to Valencia. I think the 74 I'm gonna send over to Burgundy, to help deal with this stack and help Austria out a little. France out a little. Oh, stop. Where are you going? There? Okay. Oh, you got it. And here I was trying to be a hero. India's an HRE with no AE penalties. That's actually a pretty good description. You start out with a bunch of small states, and then yeah, EU4 has become a bit casual. I was actually complaining on Reddit, on the CK2 Reddit, about this last night, which I probably should have just been sleeping instead. But EU4 is starting to suffer from the same thing that CK2 was, that every nation feels pretty much identical to any other. There are some small differences, like religion in this game is more interesting than religion in CK2, at least it has different bonuses or different things it lets you do. But really, playing Ming feels, with the exception of the Empire of China thing, the same as playing any other nation. It all becomes very bland and samey after a while, and the interesting differences that made these cultures, these nations, these societies so noteworthy and so interesting and fascinating and beautiful are that they were pretty different and had different ways of organizing, different ways of structuring their military, their political structures, etc., and not really making this game, which is supposed to be about that sort of thing, about the exploration and running of these countries, not having that reflected in the mechanics, but just kind of like in the background. I don't know. And maybe it's just because it's easy to get jaded about this sort of thing, you know? Like, after you play a game for thousands of hours, and I do have thousands of hours in Hoi I only have like dozens, maybe hundreds. But in EU4 I have thousands. After thousands of hours, it is easy to become jaded and just take things for granted. God damn it. Sneaky Sweden. Is the fort here really small? What's the fort here? Is it a T4? Is there just a lot of... Yeah, there's a lot of artillery there. Yeah, that makes sense. Equality Universalis. Now, I'm not against the idea of making it so that any nation can succeed. I feel like it's very important for the spirit of game to make it possible to succeed as any nation, but don't make it so that everybody techs up equally all the time. Like, make them work for it. Make the AI capable of achieving it, but still make it difficult. Like the Vicky 2 system, teching up is brutal and very tricky. Like, you have to stave off rebellion. And I know EU4 used to have that system, but... I think Victoria 2 still did it better. It's a pity that Paradox doesn't have more pride in that game, because I feel like it's really well made. It's just because the sales weren't nearly anything like what CK2 and EU4 were. and in a way that is because Crusader Kings 2 particularly appealed to a broader market, i.e. what many gamers would call casuals. You wouldn't be wrong for saying it. But, I mean, if making these games and making some of the games more casual helps out this company that makes a really cool product, I can't be too upset about it, because I do love Paradox, and I do want them to succeed. I just kind of wish they'd make more games like Victoria 2, as well as more games like Crusader Kings 2. You know, get a healthy mix. Sitting on my soapbox. When Paradox makes a game, their goal is to not make a simulation. Yeah, that's a good point. Because they did that with some earlier titles, and they weren't incredibly well received. But they could make some great simulations if they wanted to. And I'd love to see them do both. Because they're not mutually exclusive, right? You can make alternate history games and vaguely simulatory games. They don't have to pick one or the other. Maybe it's just because so many other games border so closely on being simulations that's why I want it so much. It's so close yet so far away type deal. I should not have gone in on that on my own. This is just a nightmare of occupations up here. One title that pretty routinely is left out of conversations like this, and notably has been, is Stellaris. Like, we've been talking about Victoria, we've been talking about CK2, we've been talking about Hoi, but we haven't mentioned Stellaris once, which is really interesting. I like Stellaris quite a bit. March of the Eagles, yeah, alright, fair point. March of the Eagles did not do well. March of the Eagles was a Napoleonic War title. March of the Eagles that did not do well, that Paradox made. Yeah, 1805 to 1820. I think why March of the Eagles didn't... Oh, really? It's a great game? Yeah, the reviews on Steam are not great, so that's why I never looked into it. For me, the Napoleonic era just wasn't that interesting, and the map is the old, like, what is this? EU3 map style? It's pretty, but not pretty enough. I might be wrong. That might be the EU4 map style. Huh. Maybe I should give it a second chance. What did you like about March of the Eagles? To be fair, I don't think I gave it enough of a chance. I just dismissed it out of hand. Love to learn more about it, though. And the Wikipedia page isn't really telling me all that much. I really hope Spain drops out of this war. The combat. Oh, yeah, because you have to actually structure your armies a bit better. It's more like Hearts of Iron 2, the way the combat works, right? It looked more Hearts of Irony. Hearts of Irony, that's a different game. You go Siena, you go Tech Trade in Sevilla. I wish France would peace you out. France, do you want something that you're not getting from them? Sure. Everything. Well, I want this too, buddy, so... Have that. That. This. That, but the rest is mine. You walk into a title and immediately occupy. Okay, that sounds like, Boy 2 kind of style. It's probably on sale right now. It's probably really on sale right now. Let me check that out. Yeah, it's on sale for $5. Okay, I might pick this up. Just because it's normally 20, but Paradox has a lot of their titles up to 75% off because Black Monday, or Cyber Monday, is that? Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So it's only $5. I think I might pick this up and try streaming it. Be terrible at it if I streamed it, but it could still be fun. It tried to be a role-playing game? Really? What about it was trying to be a role-playing game? Just like, wait a minute, I think I remember watching, Dev Clash on this. It has the idea system, has a dominance system, there are minor powers. Chris King was the one who, was the lead designer for this. Chris is a really funny guy. He also worked on the original Crusader Kings, did he not? Yeah. Very talented guy. Had an action log. Oh. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna have to take a look at this. If for no other reason than I like Paradox titles and this is one that I'm not very familiar with. Watch me play it and just be terrible at it. And that'd be fine. I want this, though. You can't have it, France. I want it. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, I just got the Imperialism CD. So now would be a time that I could go take the Suez Canal as Suez if Ottomans hadn't. Are they still at war? No, okay, this war ended. It looks like Wallachia got released, Poland got some more territory down here, and now they're at war with Russia, which they're attacking Russia. So they might blow up into here. Ooh. Crazy. France is really wanting to milk this. Oh, you just watch people play it. Oh. Yeah, I'm that way with a lot of games. With first-person shooters, for the most part, like Wolfenstein 2, I'm watching a playthrough that Adam Koebel is doing, just because he's a game designer I really like and his commentary is pretty on point. But I have like zero desire to play some games, so I definitely have a lot of titles that I've watched people play through and not played myself. But March of the Eagle seems like it might be worth trying. Also, it's cheap enough that I think I'll give it a shot either way. Ooh. That bad. Let's go take care of that. Yeah, I should try to knock Austria out of the war now. So that's... Yes. Yes, good. Oh, goodbye, Austria. Alright, so this, bigger stack is gonna go here. I'm low on manpower, so I should be more careful, but... Feels good when things go well. It's feeling quite nice. Ah. That's not good. Did you get back there? You go to Tyrol. You go to Compton, I guess. Jesus. Why am I doing so well? The shock is a 6. The fire is only 2 though. They don't even have any bonuses. It's the tactics. It's because I was smart about the tactics earlier. My discipline's also way better, but their morale is better. Okay, that explains a lot. People peasants. No, but what if you didn't? God damn it. That's annoying. Are you locked in? Good. Can't have negative manpower and I'm already pretty much on 0, so let's do that. Let's pull this back to Ferrara and let's just try to ride out the rest of this war. Stellaris is a great game. Actually, we have a mod for Stellaris that I need to work on. Stellaris has pretty consistently gotten better over time. I'm thinking back to like when the game first came out, and it was pretty good, but like it got very repetitive really quickly. But they've made some serious improvements to that. I really like the way technology works in there. That there's not one correct build, that it's just sort of randomized. I mean, there are smart ways to do it, but like I definitely have a type when it comes to how I play 4X games, and even in grand strategy games, I like being a very centralized, technology powerhouse kind of state. And Stellaris makes it very easy to customize your little star empire to basically play whatever function you want it to. So Utrecht is requesting an alliance because we've been in a war together. Sure, I mean, couldn't hurt. I guess it could hurt, but it won't. I'm really, really excited for the new Stellaris DLC. I know I just sound like Paradox Shill. I'm excited for this, but I am. The way that FTL is changing. Oh, there we go. FTL is changing. That's really exciting. Potentially, the whole fort system is pretty interesting. Yeah, the music is so nice from Stellaris. I'm assuming you're talking about the last track. I wonder if the music in Stellaris and EU4 were made by the same person. Maybe? Soundtrack? Stellaris soundtrack. The music team at Paradox, I really don't know all that much about. Let's see. Music is provided. Stellaris comes the complete soundtrack comprised by Andreas Waldetoft, Waldetoft, including performances by the Brandenburg State Orchestra. Wow. Whereas the EU4 soundtrack has come from a number of different artists. Like, there's even the Sabaton soundtrack. I forgot about that. So let's see what's up with this. With Stellaris, FTL is changing to hyperlanes only, with Warp being a late game tech, kind of similar to how Endless Space and Endless Space 2 work. Which seems like a really good decision just to give some sense of geography. Space stations or star bases will be one per system, and they're going to be a lot tougher and a lot more important. I really don't know if they're going to make many changes as far as how warfare goes, which is really one of the big things they need to address, making tactics more of a thing. Anyway, EU4. Let's see what happened here. So I got Urbino? Yeah, I got Urbino and Capitenta. They got Provence. Oh, so I should probably stop saying I want Provence and Avignon. You also took Avignon. You took a bunch of stuff from Spain. Did I get any of it? Spanish Colombia will cede. Oh, yeah, you just fed my states down. No, you fed the one I didn't want you to pick. Damn it. Okay, well, that's fine. I can't afford to just even core the two provinces I have. Oh, that's sad. Oh, well, it looks like we are just over time for now. I guess the Ottomans? Yeah. So I'm going to sort out these embargoes before I quit. I don't have to deal with this. So I start again, revoke embargo. My armies are back in my territory. They are not drilling. There we go. You go protect trade around. Oh, it's beautiful. Just seeing all of this being in my color. Just Tunis and Alexandria need to change. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just about over an hour for this recording session. Been a good day. This has gone great. Pretty excited to see how this goes in the future, but for now, I should hop off of here and eat. Sleep like a normal human. Thanks for hanging out with me so far. It's been fun. Yeah, if you are watching this on YouTube, I will catch you next time. Bye.